Another fine episode of Sarcasm Speaks. Jared and Bob here today. And we're right in the middle of this fucking fateful championship Sunday in the NFL. And by golly, did that first game suck. For me, at least.
Yeah, I would say you.
For my betting pleasure.
I would say you seem to be a little down in the old dumps. What the fuck happened?
Cause I'm big. I was all in on the Titans. I was tighten up as soon as they beat the Patriots in the wild card round 2 weeks ago. I was like, this is it. This team is gonna win the Super Bowl, and they're gonna fucking cruise. They reminded me a lot of the early 2000s Patriots. Well, in particular, 01. When it was like that team that no one thought should be there. Like when they played the Patriots in wild card weekend, everyone was like, yeah. So when the Patriots play whoever wins the Texans, and I forget who the Texans played.
Chiefs.
Yeah. No.
Yep.
No, because the Chiefs.
Texans, Chiefs.
No. The wild card round. Who did the Texans play?
Oh God.
Whatever it was, everyone was just like, yeah. So when the Pats go and play whoever next week, and it's like
they were gonna play the Chiefs.
Yeah. Okay, that's what it was. And then the Titans beat them, and then it came out and every single week, the divisional round last week with the Ravens, everyone was like, yeah. So the Ravens and the Chiefs next week, and then the Titans beat the Ravens, and then it's like like every week they were just like. Yeah, fuck the Titans. They don't belong here. They're going to get shit stomped. And then they ended up beating the Patriots and the Ravens. And I was like, you know what? I like what they got there. I love Mike Vrabel now. He potentially... I put him at number 2 as my favorite coaches in the NFL. Obviously, Belichick. I'm biased, but I'm a Patriots fan. But outside of Bill Belichick, he's probably my favorite coach in the NFL. I love that he's just a troll. He just fucks with people. So earlier in the season, Bill Belichick exposed the loophole in the rules system about the taking consecutive delay game penalties and then on a punt, whatever, like that whole thing. Well, when they played in the wild card game, Mike Vrabel did that against Bill Belichick. And then whatever, like week 13, 14, whenever that was, Belichick said, after the game, they asked him about it, and he was like, yeah, it probably should be changed in the rule book, but, like, it's there, so, we took advantage of it. And then Vrabel uses it against him in the wild card round. And then Tom Brady made a post about how the lion has to reclaim the kingdom from the hyenas. So Mike Vrabel's like, oh, the pack of hyenas running wild now. Like, we're cruising. No one can stop these hyenas. Like, just kept calling his team a bunch of hyenas. They come out. They beat the fucking Ravens. And then this week, even though they ended up losing to Kansas City, they ran the exact same play that Kansas City used against New England to beat New England against Kansas City. So it was like he's just like picking all these little things that these teams are doing and using it against them. And I think it's fucking great. Because he's trolling. That's NFL style trolling.
Yeah, but I think he also might be a decent coach.
No, he is. He's a great coach, yeah. Obviously, they made it to that team with Ryan Tannehill at quarterback made it to the AFC Championship game and got out to a 17-10 lead or
They're
something.
up 17-7.
Yeah, 17-7. So, at the very beginning of the game, I was like, all right, here we go. Tighten up, bitches. Let's go. And then Kansas City was like, oh, yeah, that's right. We're a lot better than these guys.
Yeah, but they've been doing that lately, where they just score at will and.
Yeah, as much as it hurts to admit this, I think Kansas City's the best team in football right now. They are. I mean, I don't know how any other ways to say that or qualify it. Like they are the best team in football.
So the only thing with
they have the best quarterback.
They do have the best quarterback.
They have of all the teams left. Arguably the number one or number 2 defense. It's between them and San Francisco.
So of the 3 teams that are left?
Yeah, I guess now that we know that there's 3. I was thinking like including the teams that played today.
Their defense is not better than the Titans, but their offense makes other teams' defenses look absolutely... make them look silly.
Yeah. They have the ability to score in 90 seconds. They can march down the field between 75 and 90 yards in 2 minutes or less. That's what they can do.
Yep. But they can also just shred you too.
Right.
But it's such a strange offense that and the thing with it is they probably are the best team right now. But if San Francisco wins, I don't know enough about that defense.
Yeah.
Where outside of the draft picks, the 5 first rounders, I know that.
Right.
I know Fred Warner flies, but I don't know really how he is. Mm-hmm. And their secondary is Sherman and a bunch of nobodies that are just balling out.
Right.
I just really find it hard to believe that we're gonna let. Well, Sammy Watkins can't have a good game next time because he just had a good game.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Sammy Watkins is out.
Yeah.
So we're gonna let DeMarcus Robinson and Mecole Hardman.
Right.
Damian Williams.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to let those guys kind of dictate this game.
Right. Well, I mean, it's not going to be San Francisco because the NFL wants Green Bay. The fix is in. They did it. I saw that video. So if any of you guys out there listening, if you follow Barstool Sports on Instagram, they made a post where it's a video of the sideline ref. And it was what?
Oh, the one I showed you? The one I told you about?
You told me about, yeah.
Yeah.
It's Barstool posted it.
Yep.
It's, was it like 3rd and 1 or 2nd and 1, like less than 1, whatever it was. And it was a run play, and as soon as the ball was snapped, literally like a split second after the ball was snapped, the sideline referee throws a flag.
Yep.
And called,
it ended up being holding on the Titans.
Holding on the Titans. So they didn't get the first down. And it's like, what? How did... You just made that up. You threw the flag before the play even developed.
Yeah. And the refs are going to get bailed out because Kansas City did do what Kansas City does.
Right.
So people aren't going to pay attention to the ref angle. The wrangle.
Yeah, the wrangle. But... There was a
better. See, this is the thing: is bettors pay attention to this.
Right. Yeah.
So it's only like us. I mean,
so that's why
you and I are fucking. We're smaller than the fucking fish turds in the fucking in the ocean, but like we pay attention to this stuff, and I'm not getting it. Listen, I'm not sitting here like breaking it down myself and being like, I got my laptop open and I'm like reviewing this stuff. I just go off of what the gamblers say.
Right.
Like people who are better and put real money on games and.
Right. So I look at this and I say the NFL wants Green Bay. They want Kansas City Green Bay because for the NFL, that's a great storyline. It's Aaron Rodgers, who is technically still part of the old guard, even though he's younger than Manning and Roethlisberger and Brady and Breeze.
Yeah. He was drafted 1 year after Roethlisberger.
Yeah. Well,
that's the same.
Right, but he didn't play for.
No, but it's in terms of like age.
Yeah, age-wise, they're close. But I'm saying like
draft time.
In terms of like actual playing time.
Yeah, that all counts.
Yeah. So.
Because that's the thing is like you give a lot of these quarterbacks 4 years to sit behind one of the best ever, and you can realize you can sit there and you can see Brett Favre fucking fucked up on pain pills and throwing picks and being like, okay, so things to do: throw the ball hard,
but
make plays.
So my original
things not
point,
to do: Percocet.
Right.
And picks.
So my original point, though, like, is Aaron Rodgers part of the old guard, and you got Pat Mahomes, who's leading the charge of the ball washing of this new round of quarterbacks. And so I said this earlier in the game, or before the game, and I said, isn't it funny how, so last year, everyone was dick-sucking Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes, Pat Mahomes, Pat Mahomes. Oh, people forget, Pat Mahomes used to play baseball. Oh,
no,
did you see that? Did you see that amazing play that he made?
I bet you
that no-look pass? That's because he played baseball.
I bet you there's people who forgot Pat Mahomes played baseball.
That's because he used to play shortstop. That's how he can make that no-look pass. People forget he used to play baseball.
Ask Nikos how his father was in the World Series.
Yeah. So that was all last year. Everyone was dick-sucking Pat Mahomes. And then this year comes around, and it's like, ooh, we have a new shiny toy. We have Lamar Jackson. What team is he? Oh, no. Lamar Jackson's the MVP. He's the greatest quarterback to ever play this game. Do did you see that play Lamar Jackson made? Oh my God, Lamar Jackson is the greatest quarterback in the game right now. Oh, really? I thought last year you guys said it was Pat Mahomes. In 1 year you changed so much? Okay. Well, enter the Titans, who come in and beat the Ravens, and everyone's just like, Oh yeah, Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes is really fucking good. Dude. The entire pregame was all about Pat Mahomes leading up to this game. I said this, and I was like, you have the capability to run the story about how Ryan Tannehill got kicked off not literally kicked off, but like couldn't hack it as the Miami Dolphins quarterback. And now 1 year later, he is in the AFC Championship game for the Titans. You have Mike Vrabel, who's a former player, and last year his team was not very good, and they started out 2-4, and now they're in the AFC. You have all these great storylines. You have Derrick Henry, who magically just realized how to play running back at the end of last year, and now this year he's the greatest running back in the game.
He just needed Eddie George to call him a pussy.
Exactly. But no.
Imagine that, Eddie George.
Pat Mahomes, though, dude. Pat Mahomes, man.
Telling a running back who's 6'3" and 220 that he's a huge pussy, and by 220 I mean 240.
Yeah, but Pat Mahomes is the greatest to ever play the game. Greatest quarterback.
Wait until Trevor Lawrence gets up here.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Wait until he's up here.
But anyway, so I'm a big believer right now. I think it's going to be Packers, Chiefs. The fix is in.
Okay, and with that statement,
it's the replay of
that game has now just started.
Yeah. So, we're on the clock.
Yep.
But
I just wanted to be known that prediction was in before kickoff.
Yeah.
Because it's coming out tomorrow, and it's like, well, it's easy to say that the Green Bay was going to win.
Yeah.
And if you want to know, it's been 2 runs to Tevin Coleman to confirm that I am watching the beginning of this game.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It's a big disappointment for me in that game. I was Titans all the way. But you know what?
There's a couple things here. Ryan Tannehill is not a Super Bowl quarterback.
Nope.
He didn't make a deal with the devil like Nick Foles.
No.
And no one wants the Tennessee Titans in.
No.
So.
No.
They also are a good defensive team, but they are not good enough to stop the Chiefs. I don't know who or what is outside of flukes.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to score 35. So it can't be, 37-31.
I guess.
Well, both of these teams playing right now run the ball. They run the ball too.
Yeah, but both of these teams could score. Because I was gonna say the real deep conspiracy, you're gonna have to double up on your tinfoil for your hat, is because of all of the backlash of last year's Super Bowl when the final score was 13-3. This year the NFL wants a fucking blowout. They want a 45-41 game. So
that actually better suits the Packers.
Yeah.
Because I think Kyle Shanahan will run the ball.
Right. No, he will.
And they'll play defense.
Yeah. And Aaron Rodgers will get out there and just chuck it.
He'll chuck it, give it to Aaron Jones. I mean, if they're not going to tackle Aaron Jones, then you don't have to worry about your tinfoil hats. But
Right. So, there you go. Packers, Chiefs. Fucking NFL fixes in. # fire Goodell.
Everyone hurry up and live bet. No, because this isn't live.
Yeah. But, I mean, we'll see. We'll see tomorrow as it comes out.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get to non-sports related stuff.
Yeah, well, relatively sports related. We watched the Aaron Hernandez documentary.
Yeah, we did.
And that is very interesting to me.
Okay, so there are a couple things that I've been seeing since this thing came out. So, spoiler alert, if you want to watch it and haven't.
Oh yeah, hey, spoiler alert.
So this is your spoiler alert. Fuck! I can't speak anymore.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Yeah, that's the one you get.
3, 2, 1, go fuck yourself.
So, there has been a lot of things that have come out since this was released.
Yeah.
And just like any documentary, there's a lot of shit made up.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of shit made up for the benefit of the storytelling. For example, his high school quarterback.
Yeah.
Probably actually wasn't his high school quarterback.
Yeah.
That's what. So there was a podcast with I think the Boston Globe did it.
Yeah.
And DJ Hernandez was on it, whatever. So yeah, I guess that kid really wasn't his high school quarterback. He may have been a quarterback.
Right.
For the team, or maybe a season or 2 seasons, something like that.
Right, but he wasn't the team's starting.
He wasn't this team's starting quarterback for the majority of the time Aaron Hernandez was there.
Which makes a ton of sense if you think about it, because of all the pictures that they show in that. In high school...
They're not actually playing.
No. And also, Aaron Hernandez is way fucking bigger than he is.
Significantly.
And, like, so when he was in the NFL, he was, what, 6'3", like 230, 240?
Sure.
So
he might not even... Yeah, 230.
So say in high school, he was 6 feet, 6'1", maybe like 210. We'll cut right around 200,
honestly,
210.
He may have been big
yeah.
in high school and just kind of peaked.
Right.
Because he was fucking way
So
big
even if he was 6'2" in high school, that quarterback looks like he's about 5'9".
Yeah.
Standing next to him. Like, he is significantly shorter. And for, I mean, I know it's New England football. It's not Alabama or Texas or Florida. But if your tight end, if your star tight end for Bristol Central High School is 6'3"-ish, roughly, your starting quarterback is 5'9". That's the best you can do. That's the best you can do. Is some 5'9" asshole. Like, for shitty Medford High, our quarterback was like 6'2". Like,
yeah. Yeah, that's also Medford. I mean,
yeah, but still, like, come on. So, like you said, I don't doubt that he was a quarterback on the team, and he may have played. I don't think he was the 4-year starter. Like, I don't think he was Hernandez's quarterback.
Yeah, and you would have to check out the documentary with the Boston Globe to figure out what the extent of that was. But saying that kid was the quarterback
right
during Aaron, like, dude, he might have played he might have split time in one season. Like,
right.
I'm sure the kid was a quarterback
or got in because of injury
or played in the last couple minutes, like whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
So. I don't doubt the fact that they were very close. And I don't doubt the fact that they had an alleged sexual relationship.
Yeah, I don't think you would do that if it wasn't true.
Right. No, absolutely.
And, like, bring the guy's dad on.
Yeah.
He's excellent, by the way.
Oh, yeah. So, like, I don't doubt any of that part of the story is true.
Yeah.
But now that you bring up he wasn't, like, the starting quarterback, I can totally see that.
Yep. Which doesn't change much.
No, it doesn't make him any more or less credible.
No, it just remember, everything gets dramatized in these documentaries.
Absolutely.
I was really trying to figure out what else wasn't exactly true, but I kind of forget. But anyway, some of the stuff is a little fake, dramatized, exaggerated.
Yeah, and then it was interesting to, like, go through. So I said this in a previous podcast. About how I was excited for this because I wanted to see what angle they were going to go for.
Yep. Were
they going to run the angle of the truth being that he was a sociopath and was a monster, which, let's be honest, like, that is probably pretty close to the truth. Like, and so because I'm saying that's the truth, it doesn't take away from the fact, or it's not like I'm ignoring the fact that he had a lot of trauma as a child.
Well,
he had a ton of fucking trauma as a child, and that could have led to sociopathic tendencies.
And that's the thing is, I did see some people being like, "Well, I don't know why they threw that CTE thing in at the end. It kind of takes away from the narrative." And I'm like, "Well, doesn't every piece contribute?"
Right.
Like.
So
doesn't his relationship with his father,
absolutely,
which then turned into the death of his father,
right,
which then turned into his mother dating the cousin's husband,
right,
and him living in the house,
right.
Then never mind that his cousin's house was frankly a fucking crack house.
Yeah,
kind of,
for lack of a better word. Yeah,
for lack of a better word, just to explain it as a shit show.
It was a gang house essentially.
Yeah. All the structure was taken away from him. Then he went to fucking Florida.
And not just Florida.
17 years old.
He went to Gainesville.
He went to Gainesville. He went to Gainesville.
He didn't go to Fort Lauderdale.
No.
He went to
Gainesville, Florida. He played on a football team with the Pouncey brothers, Cam Newton,
Janoris Jenkins,
Brandon Spikes.
Yep.
Urban Meyer, which was, hey, let's just win.
Carlos Dunlap.
I forget what he did. Was he a gun guy? He might have been a gun guy later in his career.
Yeah.
And, like, my lord. Like, they even said the stress of playing at Florida contributes. Like, these are all parts of the story. It's not the fact that he was. It's like, it's not the fact that he was gay made him a fucking serial killer, or it didn't made him a murderer. Right. It's not the fact that.
It's not.
Was he potentially raped too? Yeah, he was potentially raped.
Yeah. Yeah.
That doesn't make him
molested
a murderer.
Right. It's not, and it's not one isolated thing that happened that contributed.
Yeah.
It's like you were saying. It's like, you know, you have a bucket, and you keep putting things in the bucket, and eventually the bucket's going to overflow, and then bad things are going to happen. So you add in an abusive father who was an alcoholic, and
but
then
he still looked up to
but he still looked up to him, and then he dies. And then a mother who he didn't have a good relationship with
brings in the cousin's husband.
And then he lives in it with his cousin. He leaves his mother's house, his childhood home, to go live with his cousin instead. Gets into all kinds of shit. Potentially has gay relationships along the way. Goes to Florida. Has the pressure there.
Weed and Toradol.
Right. It's
the fact that he may have shot up a car and got away with it.
Right.
The fact that he sucker punched a bartender and got away with it when he was 17 years old.
Right.
When he shouldn't have even been in the bar and was served at the bar.
Right.
Like,
so it's
if you start adding all of these things, yeah, you can add CTE to the thing. You can add the fact that maybe if he got drafted by the Seattle Seahawks, none of this would have mattered. Because he wouldn't have been near Bristol, Connecticut.
Right.
Like, you can add each piece. Each and every piece.
Yeah.
Maybe he never meets Alexander Bradley.
Yeah.
But then you got that guy telling him he shot, like, oh, Aaron Hernandez shot me in the face. And then it turns out that wasn't true.
Right.
Which actually was going to make a very clean narrative to how he would have been guilty in the double murder.
Right. Right. So it was interesting, and my thing too in general. Oh, before I get into the whole CTE thing, the one thing before I forget, the one thing that I thought that I just happened to notice, and I don't think it was done on purpose. I think it's just kind of like a natural thing that happened as they were recording and interviewing people. And Urban Meyer they had part of an interview with Urban Meyer. I don't think it was exclusively for this Netflix documentary. But they have all this stuff going on, and they talk about, like, the issues in Florida, and like you just said, the assault and the gun charge and all this shit that's going on in Gainesville. And they have his high school friends that are giving exclusive commentary for the documentary. And they were talking about, like, like when Aaron left, like, he went to Florida, and, like, he would come back, and every time he came back, he had different tattoos, and they started adding up, and things were different. Like, they were, like, alluding to the fact that, like, bad things were happening to him in Florida. But then they took a clip of Urban Meyer, and from whatever interview he gave to ESPN or whoever, and goes, it was, the real issue was anytime he went home. Anytime he went home to Connecticut, we tried to minimize him going back to Connecticut, and every time he did, I would call his brother DJ, every 2 or 3 days just to check in on him and make sure he was okay and he was staying out of trouble. We wanted to keep him in Florida. We had to keep him here. This is where he did good. He did bad things in Connecticut. But yet you have all of the people that lived in Connecticut that were his friends that grew up with him saying that, like, they saw the changes once he was in Florida. Yeah. So I know this doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the documentary, but there's a lot of rumors and potential hearsay out there about how Urban Meyer is not a good person. That this show indirectly, very minutely, kind of reinforces that.
I mean, it could. I mean, well, so that's what I mean is, like, when he was at Florida and even Ohio State, it's win.
Right.
Just win.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with him not being a great morale person.
Yeah, absolutely.
If he's doing it in the sake of winning. Because his career, his livelihood, be it he gets paid handsomely for it.
Yeah. But my issue is the duplicity.
Yeah, but when...
Like, he could have easily came out and said, Aaron was a really troubled kid. I tried everything I could to try and keep him on the
No, he's got to hide everything. He's protecting his reputation.
I know, but that's what I mean. Like, that's.
We all know it wasn't fucking good.
Yeah.
He's hanging out with Mike and Marquise Pouncey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those guys are fucking idiots.
Yeah.
You motherfucker. Yeah, Joe Pesci. Like, Cam Newton's getting kicked out of school for stealing laptops.
Yeah.
Brandon Spice, Janoris Jenkins. Like.
Yeah. Right.
for lack of a better term,
they're not the all Scholastic team. That's for sure.
They are not. It's like having like that like late '80s Hurricanes team.
Yeah.
Whereas like the '02 team was very very talented.
Right.
The late '80s team was fucking breaking the law, doing coke, like whatever.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure 3/4 of that team was stoned all the fucking time.
Probably, yeah.
The entire time.
Yeah.
All the time, the entire time.
Yeah.
That way they didn't have to worry about stressing when they got on the field. They just went and played.
Right. But like so back to the Hernandez part of it with the CTE, and I don't like how people use CTE as almost like a cop out or as an excuse. I think clearly he had brain damage.
Yes, he had a lot of it.
They have the scientific evidence, and it was accelerated, and they said it's the worst case they've ever seen in someone who was 27 years old.
Which take with a grain of salt, because this is fairly new research.
Right, it's within the last 2 decades tops.
Yeah.
But that being said, CTE isn't going to turn you into a murderer. If you are already violent and you have an attraction to violence and you have a short temper and you make irrational decisions to begin with, CTE is probably going to exacerbate that and make it worse. It's certainly not going to make it any better. But
it's like if you
CTE isn't going to turn you into a murderer.
And I would say if you were like prone to suicide or depression, then it's probably going to make it that much worse too.
Right. It's going to accelerate those issues.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to make you a murderer. Like, that's a little much here. Like, that's a little fucking ridiculous.
No, I think the one... So I think a lot of people are misinterpreting what's going on here, because it's not just... Like, they gave a lot of reasons why that dude was fucked up.
Right.
A lot of reasons why he was fucked up.
Yeah. And there's a lot of issues, because I know people will they'll point fingers at football players in general, but you also have to look at it almost kind of from a psychological perspective and say, like, okay, like break it down, like, base level, like, what type of person is going to be attracted to playing football? One that's more physically dominating and one that's more aggressive.
Competitive, aggressive.
Aggressive and physical dominance. That's football. So these people that are attracted to this sport and that excel in this sport already are a little bit skewed towards that part of the spectrum.
They're also going to be, in a sense, work with me, because it's very easy to come up with the reasons why this wouldn't be the case. You're going to find a lot of them who are almost maniacal about their craft. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're all crazy people about their craft, because there are some that will just go out there and, like Antonio Brown, he can just go out there and be better than everybody else.
Right.
But he's a nutcase. But he's a nutcase.
Right.
Some people are a nutcase towards their preparation. Some people are probably a nutcase towards the equipment.
Right.
Why the fuck is my coat hanger off? Like,
right.
What's wrong with my fucking cleat? Like, they're all gonna be crazy about something.
Right. So that's where I also, like I said, like that whole argument that CTE in football makes you this way, I don't think that's true.
No,
I think it's like natural selection. The sport of football naturally selects for these people, these type of people. That's the type of people that want to play football and that do well in football, more often than not, are more physically dominating and aggressive than the people that don't do good or well and aren't attracted to football. It's just what it is. Like I said, it's natural selection. So you take that type of person and then give them brain damage, the results aren't going to end well.
No.
So...
But a lot in that's the thing. Is a lot of people had a lot of things leading into their lives that may have influenced what they've done.
Right.
Like, here's one. O.J. Simpson. Yes, he was the original, but he was retired at the time.
Right.
You think that guy's all there?
Hey, Twitter world.
Like,
it's me.
Like, between the memorabilia shit,
Yep.
even now, his social media stuff.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Then it was like, obviously, what happened in the early 90s.
Yep.
CT, sure, I'm sure he had some.
Right.
But the guy's nuts.
Right. And it's you know,
and
it's
especially with him,
like
like they're almost like he seems almost obsessive.
Right.
Because did you hear some of the shit from? Actually, it was on Ross Patterson. Like he buried his Heisman Trophy because
they don't know where it is. Yeah.
Yes, and then like there was like a copy of it that was eventually found. He's like burying shit in people's backyards.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he doesn't want people to find it.
Right.
What the fuck? Yeah, you're right. So like when it comes down that Antonio Brown just goes off the deep edge.
Right.
Deep end.
Yeah.
Like, it's not gonna be. It's like, oh well, the Patriots cut him. It wasn't quite that.
Yeah, no, he's been a
crazy
loose cannon
before.
for a while. Yeah, yeah.
Crazy before, and the Steelers couldn't wait to get rid of him.
Right. No, that's true. And
there's also a reason that he's from, I think, Dade County.
I think so.
And he ended up at Central Michigan.
Yeah. No, that's true.
There's a reason. I don't know what that reason was.
That's a hot fucking take. Sound the alarm.
Well, no, it's not that hot of a take. It's just no one was paying attention.
Right. But no, I mean like if there were character concerns or something like that, and colleges are like, fuck, I'm not like.
Because he was good. I remember him in college. He was good.
Right. Oh yeah.
So it wasn't talent.
And he's from Florida.
Yep.
And you're telling me
the Miami area.
And you're telling me that Miami,
Florida State,
and Florida,
UCF,
all of those
USF,
teams, all of those teams.
You tell me all of those teams passed over him.
Yeah.
And even at the time, like Louisville had Florida connections.
Right.
Like.
Or any other SEC team, Tennessee, Kentucky. South Carolina.
Vanderbilt never would have taken him.
No, he would not. Vanderbilt's actually an academic.
Ole Miss.
Yeah.
You're telling me that Ole Miss didn't want him.
Yeah. There's a reason. That's actually a really good fucking point. Wow. And then, not only... So he was very good at Central Michigan. And even though he was very good at Central Michigan, he was a 4th round draft pick.
I think he was a 6th.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, so he was 6th. Which is probably a little bit of the school he came from, a little bit of his frame isn't huge, so a little bit of his frame. But when you start going in through those interviews, and you start going through the tests, say what you will about some of the standardized testing and some of those things.
Right.
You know what? If they come out and like from team to team to team, because these owners and GMs are friends.
Yeah.
Hey man, did you guys interview Antonio? It's like, yeah, we got some weird numbers on his test results. Hey, actually, that's why I was calling you. We did too.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
What do you think?
Right.
It's like, oh, we think he's fucking crazy.
Oh, wait. Are you alleging that the NFL colludes with each other?
Yes, collude.
Yeah.
They speak to each other. Like, these guys are all, like not
but
all the and I know, like, you would think
that
every GM wants to get that competitive advantage. Yeah, they're not going to tip their cap on, like, certain things. Like, John Robinson from the Titans wasn't going to call Belichick and be like, hey, can't wait to jump you for Rashaan Evans this year. Like,
right.
No, they went and did it, but,
And so many of these guys are connected. Like, John Robinson in Tennessee, and then...
Bob something in Detroit.
Right, yeah, and then...
Easterby in Texas, Houston.
So all of these teams, like, they've all worked together.
Dimitrov.
And even if it's not Belichick, Dimitrov when he was with Atlanta, but like, so that's actually a legitimate thing. There is an interview somewhere that Thomas Dimitrov, when he was the GM of Atlanta, he gave like a radio interview like a couple years later or whatever and said, so before that, it was 2011? Julio Jones?
Yeah.
So before the 2011 NFL draft, I called Bill Belichick and I told him, like, I'm probably going to try and move up for Julio. Like, this, like, just kind of like bouncing as friends because they were friends. And he goes, what do you think about that? And Bill was like, yeah, I wouldn't do that. And Thomas Dimitrov was like, okay. And, like, thought about it and then did it anyway.
Probably because Belichick really liked him.
Yeah. And then turns out Julio Jones has been the best wide receiver in the league for the last fucking 6 years.
That was a Saban guy, so Bama.
Yeah. So
Belichick, but that's a little bit of the gamesmanship too, because Belichick's probably like,
I wouldn't do that.
I don't think do that.
Because they did give up a lot to move up.
They did, and that could have been it. It's like, well, I don't know if I'd give up that much.
Right.
I mean, maybe going back, maybe you don't.
Right.
But because a receiver doesn't win you a Super Bowl, but unless it's Jerry Rice. But and maybe that's how Belichick looked at it too. He goes, well, a receiver's not going to win you a Super Bowl, so don't bother.
Right.
But there is going to be a little bit of that. If you really like someone,
yeah,
you're not going to tell them that, like, well, hey, you know what? On that draft, we love that guy.
Right.
Because then when he's still there and they know you're on the clock, they're going to jump ahead of you and take him.
Right.
But you can have an honest assessment of some guys. Like, oh, how did he do on your testing? It's like, oh, well, not so good.
Yeah. Like you said, I'm sure they call each other all. Like, if you have someone that comes in and, like, say, like a Baker Mayfield comes in for a test and he scores really low in one area of the test and you're surprised. Well, pick up the phone and call the Houston Texans and be like, hey, Bill O'Brien, like, when you guys had Baker in for your test, like, how did he do? They're like, oh, he did fine across the board. He was good. And you're like, oh, okay. Well, maybe he was just off, whatever. Like, maybe he had a bad day. So it's more one of those things where if you call a couple people and they're all like, yeah, no, he scored really low in the maturity score. The mental maturity, is that what Aaron Hernandez?
Social maturity.
So, yeah, Aaron Hernandez scored in the lowest percentile possible for social maturity. Yeah. Which is
he was getting like 1 out of 10 in everything else. In all of his like physical or football things, they were all 10, like 8+.
Yeah. And his social maturity was 1 out of 10.
Yeah, and then there was like another one, like, I think it was something else mental.
Attitude. Something to do
attitude.
with... Yeah. Attitude was pretty low. It was like 4 or 5. Yeah. Which is, they alluded to, that's why he fell to the 4th round.
Well, yeah.
That and also his character
questions.
Yeah. With gun charges and all that shit.
Yeah, well, he didn't have any of those charges.
Right. Well, people knew about it, but there was nothing on the books.
Yeah. It's like, hey, by the way, he may have fired a gun into a car one time.
Right. Right. But, so, it was good I don't know. So I saw a lot of things on Twitter that people were kind of pissed off or aggravated that the story didn't follow a legitimate timeline. Like, it jumped around a lot. I didn't necessarily hate that. I was still able to follow everything. Like, I wasn't watching it being confused. Like, oh my god, now they're talking about this, but they were just talking about that. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't think that was bad. I did notice it, that they jumped around a lot, but, like...
They did.
I didn't think it took away from what they were trying to do.
No, well, they also kind of, sort of... Well, so you can't tell the story in order.
Right,
because it didn't go in order.
Right.
And it didn't go in chronological order.
Right. People didn't find out about certain things.
The double murder didn't come out until after the original conviction.
Right.
And then some of the things that happened after the double murder didn't come out because they didn't come out until the double murder news came out. So
right.
Yeah, you were jumping around a little bit.
Mm-hmm. So it was good.
Probably didn't need 3 hours.
Probably didn't need 3 hours. It's 3 1-hour-long episodes. They took a couple different angles with it. Like they took the whole him being gay thing.
I think the only thing that was a little unorganized is they basically, like, I don't know, you make your outline and be like, okay, so it's called The Killer Inside. What is it? Inside the head of...
Inside the mind.
Inside the mind of a murderer or something?
Yeah, Aaron Hernandez.
It's almost like, all right, well, what do we think contributed
to
him becoming a murderer? It's like, all right, well, we have these 10 things.
Right.
All right, well, let's present all of them.
Right.
And then it's kind of what it felt like.
One of the things that I picked up on that I thought was interesting, so they have... Obviously, when you're in jail, they record all of your phone conversations.
Yeah.
So throughout the series, they played audio recordings of him talking to his mom and talking to his girlfriend and talking to his cousin and the Pouncey brothers and all this. One of the things I thought was really interesting was the way he talked to his mom and his girlfriend versus how he talked to the Pouncey brothers. So when he was talking to his mom, a lot of it was anger. Like, it was just what they chose. Like, the clips that they chose. Because there were clips where they were having an actual conversation.
Yeah.
But a lot of it was anger. But it was like we're talking now and, like, just more angry. And then him talking to his girlfriend, saying, like, I love you. Like, where's my daughter? Like, I'm going to come out. I'm going to be good for her and all this and all that. And then they played a couple clips of him talking to the Pouncey brothers. I don't know if it was both or just one. And I don't remember which one, if it was just one. But it was like... Yeah, bet. Alright, bro, like, yeah, alright, yeah, word. You feel me? And it's like, where's this coming from?
Also, did he get an honorary black card? Because he can drop N-bombs.
Yeah, well, that's a thing. It's all, you just have to be not white.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Asian people can do it. There's like, I'm Filipino, depending on who you ask, they're like I don't want to say real Asians, but they're like a different kind of Asian.
Well, they're not rice patty
because they're dark skinned. Yeah. So they get, but I know a lot of people that are Filipino that drop N-bombs all the time, and Asians. Like you just have to not be white, essentially.
I think you also need to take on a certain lifestyle.
Yeah.
You don't get to be a white kid at Harvard Med.
No.
And drop N-bombs.
No. But I thought it was really interesting about how he was really like two different people while he was on the phone. Like he was talking to even his cousin. When he was talking to his cousin, he was saying like, yeah, like, you know, how are you doing? Like, how's your health? Because she had breast cancer, and he's talking like a kid from Connecticut. And then he gets on the phone with one of the Pouncies, and he's like, you know, Mr. Gangster.
Yeah.
And it's like, what, you know, like I thought that part of it was a little bit interesting.
I also found it interesting that I remember from the podcast thing.
Yeah.
He, like, they didn't really go into it on the documentary. He had a multiple personality thing kind of going on.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
Like he did in high school.
Yeah.
And like in high school, they were like, all right, you're going to Florida. We need to just get you the fuck out of here because we don't want to deal with you. Mm-hmm. You're a pain in our asses. Mm-hmm. We can push you through. They want you there early. We're just going to get you the fuck out of here.
Right.
And like even his coaches, like notice, none of his coaches were there. Mm-hmm. No one from the school was there on this documentary.
Right.
You really just had a couple friends. Mm-hmm. Actually, it was only 2 friends.
3. There was a girl. There was a female in the first episode of the 3. She only appeared in the first episode.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I watched that one twice. So it was just really the 2 friends and then the quarterback's father.
Yeah.
Like they didn't even really interview his brother.
No.
So it's a little interesting that no one really from the high school.
Yeah.
Or maybe like the principal. I feel like there might have been like somebody, but it was just like he was so good and whatever.
Yeah.
We also got 10-0 49ers right now.
Sick.
As the second quarter's beginning. So I think he also had a little bit of multiple personality thing going on. So
which, from a mental health perspective, if you think about it, like if he really is gay and you're living your entire life suppressing that part of your being, like it's very easy to have that split happen.
And that's potentially why he talks to 2 people differently. I don't know. I mean,
right.
I know that's very superficial, but
right.
You know, I mean, that did get kind of glossed over because I don't know if they could have gotten the backing that they needed.
Yeah.
But the other thing that I noticed is that he was either being overly optimistic or he truly didn't get it.
He just didn't. I don't think he got it. I don't think he understood.
So
I think he thought he was really going to get off of everything.
I do like how they said it. This is like the sloppiest crime they've ever seen.
Yeah. Which, hey, all things aside, I don't know, dude. Maybe be better at hiding a body.
How about
maybe not kill someone in the middle of a fucking a quarry and just leave the body there.
So part of it is they think he was stoned at the time because he was like when they have like the traffic cams, they see him at a gas station. He's like fucking dancing in the parking lot. But how about you don't leave the shells out?
Right.
If you're gonna blow someone's fucking brains out, do it. Don't put 6 shots in the body because then you need to find 6 fucking shells.
Right.
They didn't even bother looking, but whatever.
Right. Well,
don't go to gravel with his fucking footprints and tire prints and you know, have a rental car in your fucking name.
Yeah.
Your fucking name?
Yeah.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
I think it was just a combination of, like you were saying before.
Or also he just wasn't. He also may not have been planning to do it.
He's just always been able to get away with everything, so he thought he was going to get away with this too.
Yeah. But gum.
Right.
Like, retard.
Yeah.
But, what was I kind of saying with that?
Well, I said, hey, be better at killing someone.
Yeah.
And hiding a dead body. Or, like, attempt to hide it. They didn't even attempt to hide it.
No. They just left it there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you didn't even throw it in a
Some
dumpster.
fucking jabroni walking home from school found it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Him, sorry. It being the dead body, him being the person. Yeah.
I know. Oh, but like, so even on the phone, it's like his agent calls, like, oh, it's like, yeah, you know, like, haha, like, you know, I can't get, you know, the Nike swoosh on a jumpsuit.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, can you get me a Swift and Wesson deal? Smith and Wesson, the fucking the rap group.
Yeah.
What a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Smith and Wesson. He's like, oh, it's like, give me a deal there. It's like, oh, dude, you don't get it.
No.
Like, you don't get this.
And they even
which is
said
why I thought he was being overly optimistic before. It's like, oh, I'm gonna get it, like whatever. I do not think he got it.
Yeah. Well, even throughout the whole thing, through the trial period, he was just emotionless the entire time until he got acquitted of the double murder and he broke down and started crying. So throughout the entire thing, no emotion, no nothing, and then they even said really quickly, they made like a comment through the documentary that the prison guards, the first prison that he went to, he was like cool with being, they said he went from a 7,000 square foot mansion to a 7x10 cell, and like it didn't even bother him.
Yeah.
And they the words they used were, it was chilling how comfortable he was. Like it was just like whatever. Like it's not like none of this is gonna stick. I'm just gonna go back to my life. Like or he just like didn't
care.
Didn't have the mental capacity to do that for whatever sort of health reasons. You know what I mean? Like he was clearly mentally ill. I think that's pretty clear.
Yep.
After this entire documentary, the one thing that you can come away with 99.9% certainty is that he was mentally ill.
Also, what was the like random little throw-in about the synthetic weed at the end?
I didn't even catch that.
They were alleging that he was smoking synthetic weed like a day or two before he killed himself.
Oh, really? He got it in the cell?
That's what I mean, is like, I don't know where he allegedly got it. Like, they just, like, they kind of like threw it in there as to maybe the reason why he killed himself.
Yeah.
But like, it was almost like, oh yeah, and by the way, you know, he might have been smoking the synthetic weed like 2 days before he killed himself. Bye. Like.
Yeah.
What? What? Huh? Where the fuck did that
come
from?
What do you mean maybe? Was it in the system? Like what? Like, you know, like you clearly did a toxicology report during the autopsy. Where the fuck
did that come from?
That's part of an autopsy.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
They glossed over that part.
That's interesting.
I mean, because you're never going to know why he killed himself. Right. I mean, everyone thinks he killed himself for the contract.
Right. Right, for the abatement thing.
I think...
Yeah.
I think you need more than that.
Right.
Which the abatement didn't even stand.
Right, because Massachusetts changed the law. Which, yikes. But, I don't know. The other yikes thing, we speaking of documentaries, it's been a great week for Netflix. Also, hey, Netflix fucking killing it right now with all the shit they're coming out with. I don't know how they're making a profit, but they're killing it.
Well, they must not be increasing their expenses, or they must not be losing subscribers.
Yeah,
either.
well, you see, everything is cyclical. And there's a documentary or docuseries, I guess, that's out called "Don't Fuck with Cats," and it is potentially the most fucked up thing I've ever watched. Mostly because it's a true story.
I hate the title.
Yeah, I don't like the
title. Sucks.
I think they went with like the shock factor, like they use the word "fuck" in the title to draw people in. My favorite thing though is like in the opening scenes when they like flash the title card and like "Don't fuck with cats." It like each word floats in separately, and "with" is the last word to come in. So for like a split,
don't fuck cats.
For a split second, the title card says "Don't fuck cats."
Well, technically, they're not wrong.
This is true. But yeah, dude, that was fucking wild.
Yeah, so that was one where I had just gotten home, or I just gotten out of the shower, and you and Spoon were watching it.
Yeah.
So you kind of caught me up, and I still kind of wasn't paying attention. Oh, I came in late. I sat down. You guys were watching. You caught me up. Then I ate. Then I went and showered.
Yeah.
Then I came back down.
Yeah.
Was this also 3 hours or less?
This was 3 hours, yeah. So you saw the last 2 episodes. You missed the first one.
Yes, I also didn't watch a ton of it. I don't need to see this guy killing cats.
Yeah. Luckily, they didn't actually post the full video.
That's fine. I don't need to see any of the video.
Yeah. But essentially, it was this guy who posted a video of putting 2 kittens in one of those vacuum bags that you would put an old comforter in to store it away.
Yeah.
He seals it up, turns the vacuum on and suffocates the cats, puts the video online, and it goes viral, I guess. Someone sees it in the US and is like, what the fuck? And starts an outrage thing, and the one time that an outrage actually is necessary, and starts this whole Facebook group, and the Facebook group grows to 15,000 people, and they're all going around trying to figure out where this person's from. They're what's it called, forensically, video forensics maybe, analyzing the video, being oh, look at, what's that vacuum? There was a vacuum in there. So they blow up the vacuum and oh, there's a yellow thing. And this lady goes on Reddit to a vacuum community, which you can find anything on Reddit. But she posts a picture of the thing and goes, can anyone tell me what kind of vacuum this is? And then someone obviously writes back and goes, oh, it's a Dyson 17,000, zippy doodah. And then she's like, all right, cool. So she looks that up and finds out you can buy it. And it's only in North America. So they're like, all right, cool. So this guy's in North America. Because for a while they thought he might be in Africa. Then they thought he was in Russia or Europe. There's this whole thing. Someone in the group thought they found out who it was, who lived in Zambia or something. So the whole group, talk about group mentality, which I think the overarching theme of this is the internet is a weird fucking place. And
it is a weird place.
Kind of terrifying.
Yep.
Because one person was I found the guy, this is him, and went after this one guy who lived in Africa somewhere, and was they all started bullying him. So it turns out this guy had underlying depression issues for his entire life, and I think he just joined the group and was trying to troll, and said oh, I did it, that's me, I killed the cats, and he just got bombarded with messages, and I don't know if people found out more about him. He ended up committing suicide. He ended up killing himself.
So he jumped in the group himself?
Yeah.
That's fucking tough.
Yeah. So
I thought
the lady, the main lady that they follow through the whole docuseries was I don't know if it was because of us. I don't think so. It's no, bitch. You guys cyberbullied this guy, and he fucking committed suicide.
I'm torn because I thought that they spotted him, they found him, and then they just went nuts on him.
Well, no,
I didn't realize that.
So it wasn't.
I will say this: that he, quote unquote, video only, brought it upon himself a little. He brought more attention upon himself than if he just sat there and did nothing.
I don't think he did.
But didn't you say he jumped in?
No, I could be mistaken.
Okay.
So what happened was there was a fake name. There was a burner account in there.
All right, so let's just say
it was Jamesy something. It was a fake name. One person said, "I found this person, Jamesy whatever, who lives in Africa. This is the guy," and then everyone swooped in. So I misspoke before.
Okay.
It wasn't him, but
okay.
But someone in a burner account that's name was Jamesy something went, and then it was, oh, this is Jamesy. His name is also here, and he's here, so let's go after him. And then that's what happened.
Okay.
Yeah. So they just separately identified him. So that's my fault. I had that wrong for a second.
So then, yes, that is on them.
Yeah, no, 100%. But so then it turns out that this guy starts escalating, and he posts more videos of killing cats. And there's one where he fed a cat to a python, and there was a lot of really fucked up shit. He like had a video of the workplace that the lead lady worked. She worked at a casino in Vegas. She lives in Vegas. And there was a video of walking through the casino that she worked at that this guy posted and like DM'd to her. So now she's terrified. Like, he knows where I live. He knows where I work. Like, all this shit. And he like sent a message and said, the next time or the next video, I'm going to move away from pussies and move to humans. And there was, so the one thing though, there was one guy in it, I forget his name, it might have been like Greg something, but it was him and then the lady. There were two people that like led the docuseries. He was fucking hilarious. He was like the comedic relief because he would read these things like verbatim. So there was another guy that had like a fake name that was like Steve, like it was like a 3-name person, so it was like Steve, jam it in the, and then his last name was like ass all the way or something like that. And like, so this guy is like, yeah, so this guy Steve, jam it in the ass all the way, was like trolling us and like saying all this shit. And then when the guy sent the message like, I'm gonna move away from pussies and start killing humans, he goes, yeah, and then the message, the guy said he's gonna stop killing pussies and then start killing humans. And it's like, dude, you can just say cats. Like, he was just like, it was funny. To me, at least.
He seemed like a fucking, like a trip.
Yeah, like a little bit of a weirdo. But yeah, so it turns out this guy he actually did kill someone. So the whole series like brings you through the in real life, which is kind of terrifying, the evolution of a serial killer. How it started with animals and goes into people, and then he went out on the run. And I think the best part about it though is it's a 3-part documentary, so each one's an hour. And at the very end, the 3rd episode focuses on like them finally figuring out who it is and tracing him down, and he goes to Europe and he's out on the run and he flees Canada and all this shit. And it like the way it seems makes it seem like he was on the run for like 6 months. But what they say in there was that he was really on the run for like a week and a half. And they found him in Germany. They caught him like a week and a half later. So like, how good was this guy really at running away? He's another guy that was, again, clearly mentally ill. When they did catch him, if you watch the video of him giving like his deposition with the officers in Canada, he literally, to a T, reenacts the scene in Basic Instinct with Sharon Stone.
Yes. When
she crosses her legs
yes.
and she's smoking a cigarette. And then they interview his mother throughout the whole thing, and his mother even says like, oh, he loved films as a kid, like, you know, he had a keychain of Basic Instinct, that was his favorite movie, talking about all that, and then also talking about Catch Me If You Can, which is a great movie with Leo and Tom Hanks. And then so they reference Catch Me If You Can to try and trace him down in Florida and the different, not Florida, in Europe, and find all the different places and shit. So he was trying to reenact these movies in real life, and he was clearly, again, mentally ill. But that was interesting. So I will admit, if you do want to watch it, the first episode is tough to get through. As I was watching it, there were a lot of what the fucks and holy shit, why the fuck would you do that being said, because they just showed different videos that he was posting killing animals. But if you can make it through the first episode, the second 2 are pretty good. And it's super fascinating of this guy's, his just like mental fucking trip that he went on. I don't know, dude. It was wild. But the other thing too is, so this all happened in, I think, around 2012, 2013-ish. I don't remember hearing about it ever. Like this guy that was like killing cats in like a viral video.
I don't know what's going on at all anyway, so I'm a bad example.
When he killed a human and then cut off the hands and the feet and mailed them to different people in the Canadian Parliament. Like, I don't remember hearing that at all, which is weird. And maybe because most of it happened in Canada and Europe, the U.S. news might have just not have covered it at all. I don't necessarily remember what else was going on in the world in 2012, 2013. I'm sure there was, they probably were trying to find other ways to fucking draw our attention somewhere else. I don't think we were fighting any big wars at that point. Like, I think the Middle Eastern wars were actually on the downturn. There was nothing crazy. Like, Australia wasn't on fire. Donald Trump wasn't the president. So, like, I don't know what else the news might have reported on, but outside of maybe Aaron Hernandez, if it was going on around the same time.
That was a big one in 2013.
Yeah. But yeah, so I don't know. But I'd give it a watch. Like I said, be warned. The first episode is tough, but it does get better after that.
I'll also say if that sounds a little like too much for you, pop on Hulu. Letterkenny.
Oh, dude.
It's so fucking funny.
Letterkenny might be one of my new favorite shows.
It's so great.
It's so good.
It's mindless, so you can just put it on and not pay attention and just let it roll.
Yeah.
But you do have to, so there is a lot of subtlety in it.
Yeah.
And it's not the loudest show in the world, so.
Right.
You will miss some things if you're not paying attention, but my fucking, it's so fucking funny.
Yeah, how you doing today?
Oh, so how are you now?
Yeah, how are you now?
Good, and you?
Not so bad.
Oh, not so bad. Every time.
Oh.
That's the thing. Like, that's the thing that's funny about it is they use a lot of repetitive comedy.
Right.
But it's still funny.
Right.
And like even when you know it's coming.
Yeah.
Or it's like someone's on the phone and it's like, Wayne, good, and you?
Yeah.
Like that was the question.
Right. And then the fat guy. Way he talks, well, I reckons I got to walk on down to the store.
Aren't they both maids of woods?
Yeah. It's awesome.
Liberal use of the S's on words.
Yeah, definitely. If you have Hulu, I guess you could probably find it on YouTube too. It's 2020. You can get anything you want.
Pretty much anything you want.
You can find murders.
Murders.
Actually, no. What the fuck? I wish Dickie was here. Did I say that out loud? Wow. But he might have remembered there's a gore tube, or like bestgore.com, I think was what was from the Don't Fuck with Cats.
Yeah.
That's how they like found the video. That was one of the things I said to Dickie. One of my what the fucks was like, how the fuck is this a website? Like, why the fuck does this exist? Who the fuck goes to bestgore.com and watches these fucking things?
People are fucked.
Kind of fucked up
people are fucked.
Yeah, so it's the internet. You can probably find Letterkenny on YouTube.
Yeah.
Or just go to the Google machine and type in "watch Letterkenny free." I'm sure something's gonna pop up.
You'll find it. Or just get someone's Hulu password.
Yeah, right. What the fuck? But yeah, I love that show. You want to?
I got a little bit of news before I rant.
Okay.
Last night.
Is this your final thought?
Nope.
Okay.
Last night, Twin River.
Yeah.
There was an armed robbery.
Oh boy.
30-year-old with a knife robbed a 69-year-old guy in the parking lot for his wallet, his phone, and his glasses.
What the fuck? Huh.
Last night.
Nice. So do I need to start carrying to the casino?
I don't think you can, right? Rhode Island?
We don't know that.
Carry what?
What are you talking about? Carry my money. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I'm gonna need an escort.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Doesn't surprise me though.
No. Also, it's pretty rare that we're ever there solo.
No, usually
late at
not.
night. We don't know what time that happened at.
I'm guessing late.
Yeah. We'd be good. Plus a 69-year-old guy, like they're clearly just targeting. They're picking an easy target.
Yeah, old people.
Right.
People that aren't gonna fight back.
Right. Yeah.
People that actually may have money in their wallet.
Yeah. Right.
Hey, give me your wallet. Why, dude? You know there's nothing in here. Like, I fucking suck.
Yeah. Do you want my losing tickets?
Yeah, you want losing tickets? You can have those.
Yeah.
Those are worth nothing.
That's interesting, though. So, You want to wrap this up or start wrapping it up?
Yeah, we can wrap it up.
All right. What do you got for a final?
I have a rant.
All right. Hit me.
So, I like buying clothes at TJ Maxx. It's easy for me. The clothes are cheap, and they usually have brands I like, typically. I am in the market. Now, I know exactly what you're going to say, just don't say it. But
I'm going to let you rant.
I'm in the market for regular sweatpants or like athletic pants.
Right.
That are not tapered at the bottom or joggers.
Right. No scrunchy bottoms.
Right. No scrunchy bottoms, nothing tight at the bottom, nothing like... I just want regular fucking pants.
Like the old school 3-stripe Adidas pants that we all used to wear in the early 2000s.
I just want regular fucking sweatpant pants.
Well, no, I'm saying like that. Like the bottoms are just
the bottoms do not wrap my ankle.
Right.
I don't want that. I don't want it. I don't like
touch it. No touching it. Don't touch your ankles.
I don't want it. I don't like it. And I think it looks like shit. But that's a different story. I am having a very difficult time finding this stuff. Now, obviously, the root is, well, I mean, it can't be that hard to find. Just order it online. Yes, I know I could pay fucking retail and get whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted, and it could be here in a week, and I fucking get it. But I also don't really love buying clothes online unless it's something that's tried and true for me. Now, I haven't bought sweatpants in a while, hence the need for new ones, and hence my fucking hatred for these fucking bitch-ass fucking whatever the fuck these things are. Fucking ankle huggers. Fucking pisses me off. I fucking don't like it. It's like, so, yes, there are avenues. I'm gonna fucking go to the outlets. I'm gonna find the fucking pants I need. I just haven't gone yet. Whatever. Fucking blow me. But, like, the absurdity of these things. It is fucking cold here. Half the year, it's fucking cold here.
True.
I don't wear I like ankle socks.
Yes.
That's what I like to wear.
Yeah.
When I wear shorts, I don't like anything sticking up. I don't like the crew socks.
Absolutely.
I don't like the calf socks. I don't like anything like that.
Some people may refer to those as no-shows.
Sure. Whatever they are.
Yeah.
I like those.
Mm-hmm.
They give me fucked up tan lines when I golf, but it'd be more fucked up if I have fucking like calf socks or whatever the fuck those things are.
Yeah.
And I can spot on a golf course when someone's wearing calf socks, which I don't know their real name. They might be crew socks. I don't fucking know. But I can spot who's an asshole from a mile away because they're wearing socks like that.
Yeah.
So, I'm not wearing them. I don't like them. I don't want to like, dress socks, I fucking hate them.
Yeah.
They give you that whine because they're fucking cutting off your calves, and I'm fucking jacked, so it's like, oh my god, my calf's so massive. These things are gonna cut off the circulation. But it fucking pisses me off. And then, so, these pants that wrap your ankles are completely impractical for the fucking climate we live in. Because it's cold all the fucking time. So if I'm wearing my sneakers, then I'm gonna have a fucking gap between the sock and the pant.
True.
It was 15 fucking degrees the other day. It's asinine. And it's like, what the fuck am I wearing fucking capris? Like am I wearing capris? Because it actually looks like I would be wearing a bad attempt at capris.
Yeah. Because
it's like, well, there's a little bit of skin there, but it's like they're not just like capris or like leggings. So it's like, what are you doing? It's like, oh well, the pants, they don't make pants anymore. They make these weird fucking capri things.
Yeah, joggers are in.
I do not fucking like them.
They're
not one bit.
They're like the fashion thing.
I fucking hate them.
Well, you know why? Is because people were trending towards like that casual, like don't give a fuck look. So people wear. It used to be like you didn't leave the house in sweatpants. Like if you were trying to go out somewhere and you were wearing sweats, people were like, no, you're gonna at least put jeans on.
Yes.
Now
I'm still the same way.
Now the thing is like people wear sweats, but the joggers look nicer, so that's their way around it. So now it's like a loophole and whatever, but like it's like that like casual, don't give a fuck, but like I'm still fashion-y thing. That's why joggers are so popular right now.
They're completely impractical. We live in fucking the Northeast.
Yeah.
Like, how the fuck am I supposed to go out so today, for example, it snowed yesterday, so, there's a lot of snow around, I'm wearing boots. Mm-hmm. And then I'm gonna have fucking capris on, so it's like the whole fucking, like, boot, like,
Yeah.
It's
You can tuck them inside.
What?
Inside the boot.
The joggers?
Yeah.
It looks fucking retarded.
Yeah, no.
Like you're supposed to cover the top of the boot.
No, I know.
I'm
just
like that. No, that's what I mean. So it's like so you have these like giant ass goofy boots, and you have your fucking thin ass fucking ankles.
Yeah.
Fucking chicken legs are tucked into these massive boots. It's like, this looks fucking awful. This looks retarded.
Yeah.
It's like wearing long johns out in public.
That actually kind of does look like that.
It does. Yeah. Put a pair of Timbs on with long johns or with joggers. It's the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
Maybe the long johns are a bit more revealing. I don't know. Fuck.
Yeah.
It's fucking pissing me off though.
Can I provide a hot take?
If the hot take is go to somewhere that has the pants I want and buy them, I already fucking know that.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I don't hate joggers.
Yeah, I know that. Most people don't.
I wouldn't say I prefer them, but I like them because my pants don't drag on the ground.
I can see short people liking joggers.
Because I am on the shorter side.
So here's the deal. If you are shorter and you wear joggers, they're not going to be so tight at the bottom. They're just going to catch, and then they're going to be a little bit loose at the bottom. I know you're wearing them. I know you wear them. I don't give a fuck. You can wear whatever the fuck you want. Like, you also wear dress shoes when you go to a nice place. I don't do that. I just don't give a fuck. But I just talk about the it's so fucking impractical when, now, for me, like, I'd probably get, like, mediums, and they do fit my length.
Right.
So there are some people who need to wear large and they're short because they're fucking actually like put together, or like they actually have like man proportions. Yeah. So it's like, it's not so bad because yeah, they catch at the bottom, but at least they're baggy down near your ankle.
Right.
Mine like stretch out.
Yeah. Like
to an appropriate length, which makes it look like I'm just wearing fucking tights.
Yeah.
Or compression fucking long compression shorts.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't fucking look right. It's fucked up, and it pisses me the fuck off. It sucks.
It's very inconvenient when you're looking for something and you can't find it.
See, the easy fix is I just go to the outlets, because between Reebok, Adidas,
right,
and Nike, and Under Armour, I should be able to find what I'm looking for.
So there's also, hey, maybe Bill's listening right now. Sometimes Bill listens. Shout out to Bill.
Bill, a jogger guy.
He is a jogger guy, yeah.
I can see that. But Boston has him now.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Bill.
Back Bay has him. But so there's a company called High Elite.
I know High Elite.
They're really good. I love their sweatpants.
Okay,
I have a couple different pairs from them.
I'm a cheap fuck.
I was gonna say it's a little bit more on the expensive side. You're gonna pay $40-$50 for sweatpants.
That wouldn't be terrible, because usually when I look, it's usually around 70.
Oh wow! What kind of fucking sweatpants are you looking at?
I don't know. It's like the ads and shit.
Oh shit!
Like sometimes because sometimes when I get like an ad, I'll be like, all right, let me go see what the price point is on like this company.
Yeah.
Because not High Elite, there's another one. I looked at both. But I looked at High Elite, I was like, oh, pants like $70.
Yeah.
But if you find 20% off now, it's a little bit different, because now you're talking like 56.
Yeah.
Even 56 is a lot though. For
me. That's like Lululemon.
For me.
But like these I'm wearing right now. These joggers that I'm wearing right now are Lululemon, and I probably paid at least $100, maybe like 120 for them.
See, I just won't do that.
I bought them in 2014.
Yeah.
So I've had them for 6 years.
But I could also argue, I don't go through clothes, so it's like all my stuff is old. Yeah. That's why I'm in this position, because all my stuff is old.
Right.
So it's like I have a pair of Puma sweatpants up there, and they're like the biggest opening in the entire world, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm not asking for this. This is insane.
Right.
But I have a pair of Nike sweatpants up there where the opening is smaller, but it's there's some room down there.
It's tapered, but it's not tight.
Well, it's not even tapered. It's just a slimmer pant leg.
Yeah. Which
I'm good with.
Straight leg instead of boot cut.
Straight leg instead of boot cut.
Right.
That's what I'm asking for. That's all I'm asking for.
Yeah. Because I have an old pair from when I was in high school of Nike sweatpants
that are massive.
That are like boot cut.
Yeah.
I have to roll the waistband.
Yeah.
Because they're so fucking big.
Yeah.
I think they're like a medium. Which also, like, I think I've never been able to prove this, but I have a suspicion that, like, the clothing industry has changed their sizes over the years, because I haven't grown that much, if at all, since high school, except around the midsection. But, like, I feel like clothes fit, like, mediums aren't the mediums that they used to be.
Shirts are different now.
Yeah.
Everything's tighter.
Yeah. It's just weird.
I think that's the case.
Yeah.
Well, people aren't wearing shit as baggy.
Right.
Which is fine. I mean, I don't want to wear, like, this giant stuff either, but...
Right. I'm not going to wear a XXX t-shirt.
Well, I just think of, like, 2003.
Yeah.
Like, look at everything.
Everything was baggy.
Everything from 2003.
It was the tall... You wore the tall t-shirts with the baggy Genko jeans with the fucking Air Force Ones.
Well, like, even look at Tiger Woods from 2003. The clothes are fucking gigantic.
Right.
They don't need to be that.
Right. You look like fucking Jerry from...
I'm just looking for straight cut. Yeah. I'm just looking for straight cut. That's all I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I don't want fucking joggers. I don't want tapered.
Right.
Straight cut.
Yeah.
So
That's fair.
Once I do get to the outlets, I'll find what I'm looking for. It won't be that hard. There's also Puma there. Like, there's everything there.
Yeah, you'll be good.
Yeah.
You'll be all set.
But it does fucking piss. But I'm gonna have to do some digging to get to it.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. So my final thought. I also have a rant. This is good. This is the rant episode. The one thing that really fucking annoys the shit out of me is when I'm at the gym and I have my headphones in, don't fucking talk to me. Leave me alone. Like, don't come over and try and ask me a bunch of questions. And it doesn't matter what gym I'm at. I don't know if just because we know each other, we've lived together, whatever. You are the only person that I've come across recently that just like, or you're just busy or you just don't want to fucking talk. And I don't really care. But you're the only person that has not pissed me off with that unspoken rule. Like, if I go to the gym and I'm just dicking around and I'm not listening to music or I'm not actually trying to do something and I'm not working hard, like I'm just fucking off, like lifting weights here and there, I don't care. Whatever. I'm here to have a good time. Let's fuck around. But if I'm in there and I'm on a fucking mission and I'm doing shit and I have a purpose to be in there and I put my headphones in, it's because I don't want to fucking talk to anybody. Because I have shit to do. I'm in there for a reason. But everyone always comes over, or like, they try and say something, and it's everybody. They're like, fucking tap me on the shoulder, or like, try and fuck around, and it's like, no, listen, I get it. You know, 9 times out of 10, I'm a pretty playful guy. I'm happy, go lucky, you know, whatever, like to have fun, make some jokes. But when I'm in the gym and my headphones are in, stay the fuck away from me. Don't fucking talk to me. Now, if I take my headphones off, sure, whatever. And then there's a difference too, like I'm not over here being fucking Timmy Tough Nuts. Like I'm not gonna not say hi to somebody. Like if I'm walking through the gym or if I'm in between sets and someone comes over and they give me a wave or a nod or say hey, I'll say hi. Like I'm not a fucking complete total douchebag. But I'm also not gonna sit here and talk to you about, you know, last weekend's football game. Because I don't want to talk to you right now. Like especially for me right now, I have a goal. We're balls deep in this weight loss challenge. I started at 200 pounds. I'm trying to get down, ideally, eventually, to like 170, 175. I want to be at 180 by the end of the weight loss challenge. I'm trying to change my body comp. I'm doing all this shit. Like, I need to work. I'm doing everything on a clock. Everything is timed out to a T. Like, there is a purpose for me to be in the gym right now. It's not to go in and fuck around and have a good time. It's to go in and accomplish a goal. So leave me the fuck alone. Until I'm done doing whatever I'm doing. And then I'll fuck around with you. But like, I've just been getting so fucking annoyed with, and it's not just, it's at both gyms. Because I'll know people at another gym and they'll want to come over and fucking talk. It's like, yeah. Okay, cool. Alright, cool. But then like, I'm the asshole. Like someone will say something like, oh, hey, good talk. Like, yeah, man, I'm working out. I'm not going to come over to you when you're in the middle of, like, a bench press set and be like, oh, man, what do you think Tom Brady's going to do next year?
Yeah.
No, get out of here. Like, you're working out right now. I don't know. It's just a fucking pet peeve to me, and it's been really fucking aggravating me. And I wanted to air it on air.
Well, so the biggest one, and it's really difficult, obviously, but when I'm at the front desk, or our desk, which is at the front, I will throw my headphones in, because if I can't, sometimes I can't take the music anymore.
Right.
Or I need to like kind of cut out some of the distractions so I can get some shit done.
Yeah.
That, or everyone's gonna be wondering where the fuck I am, because anytime I need to do something that's not training people, I'm gonna fucking leave. And I'm gonna fucking come here where it's fucking quiet, and I can hop on my laptop and I can do what I need to do.
Right.
And then people are gonna be like, oh, well, you know, you always leave every 5 minutes. It's like, oh, Bob, you here today? No, like, fuck. So,
yeah.
I'm at the desk, I throw my headphones in so I can fucking focus on what the fuck I'm doing, and then people like try to have conversations.
It's
Like
infuriating.
my desk is right here. I can't go anywhere else.
I have no escape.
Like, I would love to go work on my laptop somewhere else.
Right.
I don't even know if that fucking thing turns on. I brought my old one to the gym.
Oh yeah.
So that's the thing, is like I'll say hi, I'll say bye, but like I see people like talking, like, and I see them talking as they walk by me. And my headphones are on loud enough to drown out what's happening in the gym,
right?
Which includes people speaking.
Yeah.
And I just don't get it.
Yeah. That should be like a universal sign, like, hey, my headphones are in, don't fucking talk to me.
Yeah. What's wrong? Like, walk in, like, give a quick wave and keep going.
Absolutely. That's what I mean. Like I said, I'll say hi. Someone walks by, nod, wave, whatever. I'll nod, wave back. Cool. Hey. But don't come over and ask me what I think the Patriots need to do for their off-season plan.
I think people...
Because I'm on a minute and 30-second clock, and I have to go squat again.
I think people overvalue how important they are. All right, so Chris from the Masters.
Yeah.
Now, we all know he's a fucking douchebag.
Cunty Chris.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's a douchebag. He will, honest to God, come over and start, like, saying, like, doing his dumb shit when I'm on the phone trying to, like, explain our program to someone.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't realize you were on the phone. You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
But it's like the same thing, like when I have my headphones in, he'll throw something at me from across the room, and it's like, all right, what do you need?
Yeah.
Oh, what are you doing over there? Headphone back in. Like,
right.
But it's even like something simpler. Like, people walk in when I'm on the phone.
Right.
Like the work phone, not my cell phone.
Right.
I'm on the phone. People walk in and start like talking to me. Like, when the fuck did that become okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you fucking should be. I'm on the fucking phone.
Yeah, no. What I have to say is way more important than anything that you're doing right now.
Yeah, and never mind. It's like, you know, they walk in like, hey, bud, how we doing today? Like, looking at me, I'm like,
yeah.
Thumbs up, thumbs down? Like,
yeah.
the fuck do you want me to do? Oh, sorry. Like,
yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. What the fuck? It's annoying. I'm sure there's other people out there that are listening right now that are like, oh yeah, dude, that's the fucking worst. And there's probably other people too that are like, wow, you're a douchebag. But I don't care. Because it's what it is. Like, I'm there. I'm very... So sometimes too, like, depending on my program, maybe I'm a little bit of a fucked up person. But sometimes, especially like with the big like squats or deadlifts, or like if I'm doing some sort of crazy conditioning circuit or something, like sometimes I gotta bring my mind to a dark place. Like sometimes I gotta go somewhere that like might not be the greatest, and like I don't want to fucking talk to you right now because I'm trying to move this extremely heavy fucking weight, and I can't be distracted because I might get hurt.
Well, the other thing too is like, you know, people do ignore sometimes that like, hey, like, you know, the thing I'm doing right now, you know, like I'm kind of doing things on a strict like time.
Right.
But then it's like you're rude by doing things on a time. You can't win. You can't win with anybody.
Right.
You can't.
Like sometimes again, maybe I'm just a fucked up individual, but like, I bet Derek would get this. Shout out to Derek.
Sup, Derek?
Sup, Derek? But like, when you're about to lift, like, squat a really fucking heavy weight, you have to be like mentally prepared to do it. And like, there will be occasions where I'm like, dude, you're, you just got in a fucking whatever. Like, you just got in a car crash. You need to lift this fucking car up off your fucking back or you're gonna die. Or it's like something fucked up. Yeah. Like I go to like someone you love is stuck under this fucking car and you gotta flip this fucking thing over. Like when you're gonna do a heavy deadlift. Like, you need to lift this fucking weight up or someone's stuck underneath that fucking car and you gotta flip that bitch over. And it's
I've never cared enough to do that.
Or like, I get really tired in between like conditioning. Like if I'm doing a set, like the other day, it was like heavy sled pushes and med ball slams and whatever, and I'm supposed to do like 3 or 4 rounds. And after like the second or third round, I'm like, I can't breathe. I just want to quit, whatever. And it's like, no, motherfucker. Like this is life or death right now. Like, you're getting fucking chased right now, and if you get caught, you're dead. And I'm like, all right, fuck. That's the dark places that I go in my brain while I'm like working out. Sometimes you gotta do it. No, I'm not doing that for everything. I'm not standing there doing bicep curls, being like, oh, gotta get my biceps bigger or someone's gonna die. Yeah. But it's like, for like the big things, like sometimes that's what I have to do. Not every time, but especially on days when like I don't want to be there, or if I'm a little extra tired, or I need that little bit extra motivation. More so back in the day when I would lift heavier and I would try and PR and go for a bigger 1 rep max and all that stuff. Like, you literally have to fucking psych yourself up. Like, tell yourself something fucking crazy is about to happen. So you can, like, imagine, like, being in a fight. It's really funny. Like, I've done this before while I'm on the bike in the mornings at my other gym. I'll, like, go through and I'll get to the point, like, maybe 20, 30 minutes in where I get to, like, a steady heart rate. And then I'll start imagining that I get into a fist fight and like the things that I would do and like just kind of like how it goes down and like different things. And I look at my heart rate and it's jumped like 15 beats per minute. And then I'll be like, oh, okay. And then I'll like start breathing again and all that. And then my heart rate goes back down to like 140.
But where is that on the Borg scale?
22. But yeah, like I'll do shit like that sometimes. I don't know. Like I said, maybe I'm fucked up, but it works for me.
Hey, so right before halftime?
Yeah. Niners are rolling.
27-0.
Sick, dude.
And Raheem Mostert has like 3 touchdowns.
Good. Well, my original bet was San Francisco -7.5.
Oh, so you threw in like a mini hedge.
Yeah, I hedged it after that Chiefs game. And the Packers were dogs, so I only put half a unit on the Packers.
Yeah, true.
So
you're either gonna basically lose nothing or win half a unit?
Roughly, yeah. Yep. That's a good hedge. And I also think that's gonna do it for us. So thank you guys for watching on YouTube. Make sure you click the subscribe button, stay up to date with the show. Also subscribe on the audio show wherever you're listening, whatever subscriber service you're using. Keep spreading the word too. We just got a spike in India. Trailed off a little in New Zealand. Whatever, guys.
Fucking Kiwis.
I make one fucking joke about Australia being on fire, and all of a sudden the listeners drop in New Zealand. All right. God damn it. It's not even your country. It's a different country. Get over it.
Can we just do the haka and we'll be cool or something?
I love Kiwis. And, but yeah, India saw a spike. I don't know, we're all over the fucking place. And obviously in the US. But keep spreading the word. Tell everybody. I want a fucking sponsor on this show by the end of the year. We'll see.
The Maxi tampons.
Yeah, anything. Fucking Franzia.
Sarcasm speaks by the goose.
I'll take that.
For when the special occasion calls for it.
Yeah. I just want a sponsor.
So there's a pocket goose.
What else? Subscribe to the show. We're on Instagram at Sarcasm Speaks Pod. Twitter at Sarcasm_speaks. Facebook is just Sarcasm Speaks. And until next time, good night, everybody.